Sorry, I'm a bit late. I got caught up at work and, I couldn't make it in time, but we still have our live stream Q&A just a little later than usual. We'll wait a few minutes for people to join here. Seems like there's only one person watching on the stream right now. We'll just give it a few minutes for more people to join here. I do have one announcement or one thing that I want to talk about before we jump into the stream, but I want to wait for more people to show up first, and then I'll kind of get into the announcement. No questions on the chat yet, so hopefully we'll get some more people joining and asking questions here. Just do this real quick while we wait. All right, stick around for whoever's watching. We'll be back. All right, I'm back. Animated Alex has joined here. One thing I liked about season 9, it was very balanced between sticking to the source material and staying away from from it, unlike season 7. Stuck too close to the comic, and season 8 stayed too far from it. Absolutely. I think whenever we get a season where they remix the comic story, even a little bit, it definitely feels more refreshed, and it feels like a good, way for even comic fans to enjoy the show. Not saying that if it's not remixed, it's terrible or it's bad, but like you said, they need to find a good balance between remixing the story and sticking to the comic material. I think when you have iconic moments or iconic scenes or moments where if you remix it, it changes the whole structure of the rest of the story, then you might not necessarily want to remix that. So I think it just needs to be a good balance between staying true to the comics when you need to, and also remixing things to make things fresh once in a while as well. Animate Alex, also hi. Yeah, hi, how are you? I do have a few announcements though, but no one's here yet. There's only 3. But for those of you that are watching, I'll just get this out first, and then we'll kind of go back. So I have 2 polls today. One poll is just general, and another is for the Throwback Thursday videos. This one that I'm putting on the chat now, if you click on it, you'll see it. This is basically for you to vote on the video game for our upcoming gameplay live streams. So if you don't know, starting May, we're going to be doing frequent live stream gameplays until The Walking Dead is back. I don't know about the schedule right now, but we will do a lot more video live stream gameplays or video game live stream gameplays. I don't know if I said that right, but you know what I mean. So we have a bunch of options there. I'm going to read it. I'm not going to open it up on the screen here, but I'll read over it right now. You can go and vote for your favorite, and I'll basically look at which has the highest vote, and that's the one I'm going to be doing. And I'll bring this up once in a while as well until we reach May, because May is going to be when I'm going to start to, or I want to start doing this. But the options are Last of Us. I played Last of Us once, and recently as well. But if there's interest, I will definitely be interested also to do a second run of the game and do a live stream on that if you guys are interested. Second option is The Walking Dead's Survival Instinct. I had that option as well. Someone brought that as another option that we could have. Third, Telltale's The Walking Dead. That's a pretty big one. I haven't played any of these. The next one is Apex Legends. And last is Overkill's The Walking Dead. Mostly are Walking Dead themed, but there's 2 that are not Walking Dead. But again, if you go to that link, you can participate and let me know which gameplay you want to see on the channel starting May. And also, there's another poll for the Throwback Thursdays, but we'll get to that in a little bit. But for now, make sure to go and vote for what video game you want to see on the channel in terms of live stream gameplay. For now, that's enough of me talking. Put your questions and comments in the chat. Animated Alex. So Rick is the father, not the father. I see what you did there. That's clever. Yeah, absolutely. Rick is the father, not the father. But it works better with Father Gabriel because he's Father Gabriel. But I see what you did there. Shane would be proud of Judith. That's all I'm going to say. But yeah, that was pretty clever on your end. For those of you that just joined, if you click on the straw poll that I have the link for on the chat, you can participate in one of the polls that we're doing today. Click and you'll see what it's about. It's about gameplay, live streams on this channel, and the type of video game you think I should be doing. We have another poll coming up as well for the channel, or for this live stream, I mean, which is related to the Throwback Thursdays. I'll get to that in a little bit. But if you are not sure what that's about, I'll get into that later. But for now, make sure to go and participate in the poll regarding the video game live stream gameplays if you want your voices heard. Giuseppe Rosa, yo Ash, how are you? Giuseppe, glad you could join. Animated Alex, Alpha better get ready to taste Carol's sweet cookies tonight. Why tonight? There's no Walking Dead tonight. Am I missing something, or? And it's not even Sunday. Anyway, Giuseppe De Rosa, I voted. Thank you very much, man. I appreciate it. Let's see what the votes look like at the moment. All right, for those of you that just joined again, make sure to click the straw poll link that I have on the chat. I can put it on again, where you can go and participate on our poll and share your thoughts in terms of, or vote for the type of video or for the video game you want us to be doing live stream gameplays on starting May or mid-May, depending on how that goes. Giuseppe De Rosa tells us The Walking Dead will win. Ash, everyone has been asking forever for you to play the game. If it's up there, I'll definitely play it. And if it's not, don't worry, we'll do more afterwards. Like once we do this first round and I'm done with that game, whatever the game is that we choose, I'll put another poll and then we can do more in the future as well. Obviously, when Walking Dead is on, we probably won't do it because the timing and everything won't work. But when it's off season for The Walking Dead specifically, we will definitely be able to do some video game gameplays. All right, so I think it's time to, let me pull this up first. So this is another poll right here for the Throwback Thursdays. So this one you can actually go and vote for. Last one, Throwback Thursday one was, or the vote that won was top 10 season 9 episodes. I hope you guys enjoyed that. It was a lot of work and there was a lot of things involved in that, even though it may not seem like it. But I hope everyone enjoyed that video, and we will definitely do more of that type or that format of video. But the Throwback Thursday options we have for this week is basically premieres and finales. So you can rank, or you can vote for me to rank top 10 or top 5 season premieres of Walking Dead, finales of Walking Dead, mid-season finales, and mid-season premieres. And then based on the results, that's what I'm going to be doing on Thursday. So make sure to go and vote on that one as well if you want to kind of see a specific video for Throwback Thursday. If I don't get any responses, we'll see what happens. But for now, make sure to go vote if you want to see a specific type of video for the Throwback Thursday. All right, going back to the questions. Animated Alex, do you think Rick will hook with anybody in the Rick movie? I don't think so. I think it could get complicated if they want to do that, because obviously we know that Michonne will most likely be going to the Walking Dead, or not Walking Dead, to the Rick movies for the Walking Dead. So it seems like it'll be a mess if they want to have Rick be involved with something and then have Michonne show up. It'll defeat the purpose of having Michonne reunite with Rick in the movies in the first place. So I don't think that that's where they're going with it. Animated Alex, who do you see Strand getting along with in The Walking Dead? Strand, who would Strand get along with? I think Kingdom is probably not a good place for Strand, because I feel like he doesn't like the theatrical side of King Ezekiel. A wild card, because he's not necessarily the good guy. Sometimes he's done weird and terrible things. He recently shot Daniel not last season, but the season before. So I think at Alexandria he would fit in, but in terms of who would he get along with, I would say it depends, but I would say maybe Aaron. I could kind of see that. Maybe Michonne. Something like that. But again, it's really difficult because he doesn't have any big characteristics that will make us go like, oh, he'll be great with this person. Like, he'll get along great with this person. But as you say, Animated Alex, Aaron, yes, he is gay, and Strand is as well. So that could be something that fans can kind of ship if they want to do that, and if there's any type of big crossover again for Walking Dead and Fear the Walking Dead. Let me go to the vote. Oh, I didn't even pull it up, the Throwback Thursday thing. Let me pull that up real quick. Wrong one. Let me see. Chat. Nope. Poll. There we go. So that's the poll. Let's see the results. That's for the Throwback Thursday poll. No results yet. No votes yet. So make sure to click that link. I'll send it again. That's the second poll link. To participate on this poll right here, which is the type of Throwback Thursday video we wanna, or you wanna see on the channel for Thursday. Let me check the other poll. Still the same. Let's go back to the questions. See, there's no questions yet. And sorry, I have like too many polls today. I recently created the poll for the video game thing, and the other one we are doing every Friday, or most Fridays. So that's kind of been there most of the videos last couple weeks. Animated Alex, what if Carl was there, it would have been a bigger mistake killing him than killing Henry. I think first, I don't think they should, if it was Carl, they should never have killed Carl in that place. That doesn't make sense. But if he got decapitated, then I would say Rick would go cuckoo a little bit, like before, or like when Lori died, kind of like that. But the thing is, let me step back. The thing is, he would react worse than he would react when he saw Carl bit and after Carl died in the TV show. I think it would have been worse this way because the shock is just greater. The way it happened. But Michonne, I feel like she would have the same type of reaction. She would be devastated. She would probably lose it just a little bit as well, just a tiny bit. Same with Rick. And I think it would have hurt the show, honestly. Henry's death, as disappointing as it was, I feel like it didn't negatively impact the show that much, a little bit. But Carl's death in his place would have for sure done that. Animated Alex, cray Rick, LOL, absolutely. Giuseppe De Rosa, I'm back, dog. Thank you for coming back. Glad you're back. Hope you saw the second poll. The link is there for the Throwback Thursday. I'll leave the link here again. You can participate on the Throwback Thursday video that you want to see. But with that said, let's jump back into the questions. Giuseppe De Rosa, did you watch the Star Wars trailer, Ash? I'm not really a Star Wars guy or fan, so no, I didn't see it. And even if I did, I don't think it would make sense to me, or I wouldn't really be understanding it if there's anything like crazy happening, because I don't watch Star Wars. I can say I have not watched any Star Wars in my life. So that's that. I'm just not a sci-fi person, sci-fi type of person. I don't enjoy sci-fi movies or shows. That's just me though. Animated Alex, do you think we'll get the Commonwealth in the show? Yes, I think we will see it. I don't see a reason why they would skip over that. Giuseppe Rosa, they freaking brought back Palpatine, the old man that shoots electric. See, that's what I mean. I have no idea what that means. Or whether that's really exciting or not. I don't know. Just checking the polls again to see if there's any updates. There's some updates, but we'll get into that later. Again, I'll leave both links. Let me actually leave both links here. So that's the first link right here. And can I even do two? No, I can't. And the second link is right here. I'll just put it right next to it. So these are the links. Again, just in case anyone missed it. For two polls that we're doing on the chat right now. All right. Hopefully we'll have some more people joining here. I know I was a little late for this live stream. That's why people are probably not on the chat. But we'll stick around for a little bit to see how many people show up here. Giuseppe Rosa, who's the definite villain of The Walking Dead? Definitive. Who's the definitive villain of The Walking Dead? It's very close between Negan and the Governor, I feel like. I can't necessarily say it's one or the other. In the comics, Negan is the main villain that everyone knows. Like if you watched if you've read Walking Dead comics, you know Negan more than anything. Like you see him as the definitive villain. In the TV show, I feel like it's neck and neck between Governor and Negan. I could be completely wrong about this, but this is just how I feel. This is my perception of, how fans look at the villains of The Walking Dead. Animated Alex, who do you think is the craziest villain? The craziest villain in the TV show, it would be... What do you mean crazy? You mean crazy like absolutely lunatic crazy, or just generally speaking? Because if you're talking about someone being a lunatic of a villain, I would say in the comics, the Governor takes the cake. The Governor all the way. In the show, I would say... Actually, let me change that. No. I'm sticking with that. In the comics, it's the Governor. In the TV show, I definitely feel like it's Alpha. Maybe it's because it's fresh in my mind, but I think it's Alpha. Giuseppe Rosa, what if Rick comes back as a villain? If Rick comes back as a villain, I would say it would... Not that it wouldn't work. It may work, but my thing is I don't think anyone wants to see Rick as a villain. That's the main thing. And I think having Rick be a villain when he comes back, is a hard blow, and it's a big risk because fans may just lose it, you know? Would I be interested in it? Yes, but maybe for one episode. You know what I mean? It's not something that I want to see like a season length story about. And the other aspect of it, the other thing related to it is that if Negan or if Rick does come back as the villain, then what's going to happen after that? Is he just going to become a good guy after that? You know what I mean? So I don't necessarily like that idea. It would be interesting to see maybe a what if scenario of that happening, but for the actual show, I don't think it's a good kind of idea or a good strategy for them to follow. Animated Alex, psychotic. Oh yeah, you were talking about the craziest villain discussion or the question. Giuseppe De Rosa, what would your strategy against the Whisperers be? How would you defeat them? How would I defeat the Whisperers? Let me think. I would say, and I'm assuming you mean now that we've seen the herd, right? I would say it's a tough question, but I would say have someone infiltrate the camp and spend some time with the Whisperers, blend in with them, and then slowly, and not even slowly, but gather intel, bring it back to the survivors when it's safe, and slowly find an opportunity to first put Beta down. I think killing Beta first is important, and I'll tell you why. But put Beta down, like kill Beta when in a way where you can, like when he's vulnerable or when he's not looking at you or when he doesn't see it coming. And then once you take care of Beta, then you should go for Alpha. I think at that point, going for Alpha would be a smart decision. And then there would be no Beta to back her up. And that's exactly why I went with Beta first. Because if you kill Alpha, then Alpha is a capable person already, right? And then if you do that, Beta is going to be on your ass right away. You know what I mean? But the other way around, if you kill Beta, it's not like Alpha's looking out for Beta. It's not like Alpha is always watching Beta. You know what I mean? So you could find a chance potentially to have Beta be alone or by himself or in a vulnerable state, and then you can kill him. But if Beta is alive and you go for Alpha first, Beta's always watching Alpha, I feel like. I feel like Beta is always watching over Alpha. And that could definitely hurt the person trying to do this. They would not be able to, you know, be successful in doing that. So I would have someone infiltrate the camp of the Whisperers, like live with them for a little bit. Not give away their identity, but have them trust them a little bit. And when it's time, go for Beta first and then for Alpha. Giuseppe De Rosa, who will die first, Daryl or Rick? If Rick comes back, then probably Daryl. If Rick doesn't come back into the TV show ever again, then probably it's difficult. I would say probably Rick at that point. Critical King Can 214. Do you think anyone major will die in the Whisperer herd? Because in the comics, only Nicholas's mom died. I think there will be casualties. Maybe not known casualties or big names, but there will be some background / C-list character deaths with the herd. Giuseppe Rosetta, is it possible Beta will die before Alpha? No, I don't see that. I think they're gonna kill Alpha first and then Beta, just like the comics. It makes the most sense in terms of how that arc went. If they do it the other way around, that arc will not necessarily work the same way. Critical King Can 214. Do you think or do you like Rick more than the TV show or comic? More the TV show or the comic? I like Rick in the TV show a lot better. And maybe it's because of Andrew Lincoln. Maybe it's because of that. But I like it. Same with Jeffrey Dean Morgan and Negan. Even though I love Negan in the comics, Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Negan is just, it's just great to see. So yeah, that's what I would choose. Giuseppe De Rosa, if you had to choose another actor from The Walking Dead to play Rick, who would you choose? Ooh. Interesting. Two names come to mind. Three actually. Yeah, two. I was gonna say Michael Rooker, who played Merle, but I just can't see him as Rick. But one would be Michael Cutlitz, Abraham, and the other would be John Bernthal Shane. I think those would have been interesting as Rick as well. On the TV show, who are on the TV show, or were on the TV show. Critical King Cancer 14. I would choose Andrew Lincoln's twin brother. Does he have a twin brother? I didn't know that. Animated Alex. Negan was so Negan in episode 16. Yes, he was. Giuseppe Rosa only from Walking Dead actors. Yeah, I would say John Bernthal and Michael Cutlitz. Critical King Ken 214. Oh wait, he does it. He doesn't have one. Yeah, he doesn't have a twin, Andrew Lincoln. I'm putting the two links on the chat again for those of you that just joined. These two are polls that you can participate in or vote for. One is related to the type of video game you want to see live streamed on the channel. And the other is about the type of Throwback Thursday video you want to see. We did one last week. We've done a lot of those in the past, but I've changed a little bit, so you can actually vote for your favorite instead of me just picking one. So the two links are on the chat. You can go and vote. We only have 2 votes so far, 1 for each. We got some more votes coming in, which is great. Critical King Ken 214. I chose mid-season premiere. I know which one you're going to put number 1. Mid-season premiere. Yeah, I think I'm sure everyone's gonna pick that one that I have in mind. I'm not gonna say it here or spoil it for you guys here. But yeah, I think I know which one you're talking about, and it is my number 1 pick. Giuseppe De Rosa. If I could create a character and put them in The Walking Dead, who would... Wait, if you could create a character and put them in The Walking Dead, who would you create and why? I would say someone from... Let me think. Any character I could create. I would say maybe a politician would be interesting to see on The Walking Dead, an actual politician. I know Deanna on the TV show was a politician, but I mean maybe someone that sticks around for a little longer, and for someone that maybe they immediately recognize as well. Maybe something like that. That would be interesting. That dynamic and that kind of story. Another one maybe would be an athlete. That would be interesting to see. Maybe not a well-known athlete because he'll be repetitive that way if we keep doing that, but or if we follow that theme. But maybe an athlete, someone who was an athlete before the zombie apocalypse. That would be interesting to see as well. Animated Alex, do you think if Angela Kang was in charge of season 8, do you think she would have killed off Negan? No, I don't think so. I think she would have stuck with the comic material. Maybe she would have remixed it a little bit more, just a little tiny bit, in terms of how it came to be, the ending of that. But Negan, I don't think she would have killed Negan. Critical King Ken 214. Which cartoon character do you think will survive the longest in the zombie apocalypse? Which cartoon character? Nothing comes to mind. Peter Griffin would not survive long. I can tell you that. But I can't think of anyone really. Yeah, I don't know a lot of cartoon characters to begin with that much. But yeah. Giuseppe De Rosa, what if Dwight didn't help the survivors? Oh, if Dwight didn't help the survivors, let me think. For one, obviously, let me just think about this, because what happened with Dwight? Like, when he helped the survivors, when did it start? Let me think. I think they would have walked into a trap anyway, or did... Actually, it's interesting because it could have worked for the better if Dwight didn't help them. Because if you think about it, when Dwight helped them, they walked into a trap. But Eugene saved them at the end of the day, in their advantage for that time period in time. But overall, obviously, Dwight was useful sometimes, right? During some moments of helping the group. But I think it would have been interesting to see, but I think it would have gone better if Dwight didn't help them. Yeah. Critical King Ken 214, Sonic, Lisa. I have no idea who those are. I know you're talking about the cartoon characters, but I don't follow cartoon characters that much anyway, or cartoon franchise that much anyway. So yeah, I wish I could, or I had a comment for you or something to say about that, but I don't. I'll leave the two poll links again for those of you that might have just joined or that are watching now. You can go and participate in the polls that we have. There's two of them. One is general and one is for our next week's suggested video. Giuseppe Rosa, hey Ken, why did you time him out? Who was timed out? Oh, okay. I think King Ken might have pressed something by mistake. Anyway, don't worry about it, guys. Giuseppe Rosa, what if Janice teamed up with the survivors? Who is Janice? I don't even know who that is. Or with the saviors. Oh, Jadis. I think that might have stopped the war before it even started. Like, if Jadis actually didn't double cross Rick, Negan and the Saviors would have been done. So I feel like the war would have never started that way, and Negan would have been dealt with right then and there. In the mid-season finale of season 7, it was, I think. I do gotta go, guys. So thank you, people. Thank you for those of you that joined the stream and participated and asked questions. Let me just look at the poll real quick. The video game poll that we have is still at 1 vote. I'll bring this up later in other videos as well. That's fine. But for the other one, for the Throwback Thursday, let me pull it up here. If you want to participate, make sure to participate, because I will be choosing something to or a video topic Poll. There we go. So oh, who is this? Yeah, you're definitely going to be hidden on the chat. Please don't do that again, whoever it was, or whoever wants to do the similar thing. Anyway, going to the poll again. Let me see if you guys can see it. Yep. Okay. So we have one of each votes, 2 votes. One for the top 5 season finales and one for mid-season premieres. So these are the 2. I might leave the link one more time. There we go. So you can go and participate if you haven't. But yeah, so we have one for top 5 season finales and top 5 mid-season premieres. I think I'll go with, so I can choose one of these, I guess, because it's half and half. I would go with, yeah, I would go with season finales. I think that's a more interesting type of video to do. So I'll do this one. This one's going to be the one that I will do for next Thursday's Throwback Thursday video. Top 5 season finales of The Walking Dead. All right. Thank you everyone for joining and asking questions and participating. I appreciate it. I will see you Sunday at 1 p.m. for the next stream. I'll do a couple of videos tomorrow. Stay tuned for those. The variety of different videos. Fear the Walking Dead, I have a video coming for that. The Walking Dead, I have something coming up, and I have something coming up for the movies. Not the movies, the next crossover. I have another thing for that as well. Stay tuned for those tomorrow and also maybe Sunday, but that's basically it. I'll see you guys soon.